Commentary. Head M's self-importance? How do you show your importance? According to the Head M, you merely give the notion by telling people, I am important. Tell the people you did it all. Tell the people you did it without any proof. Self-importance is projected without any evidence. When you ask to see proof, the explanation is you are a troublemaker and you are an agitator. Right-to-know law requests are served and denied in Coalport Borough. If you want to show your self-importance, put down your opposition and deny factual evidence. The Head M believes he is self-important in his opinion. One councillor who does nothing says, the Head M, we are lucky to have him. I thought we were to have a council of 5 voting and controlling borough affairs. The Borough Code states the council is the power of local government, not one person. The right-to-know requests were to see the bank statements of the borough's general account. Since Ms. Morrissey's departure, the coup d'etat council has not demonstrated financial reports. Many months have passed without any financial report of borough finances. So a right-to-know law request to see bank statements would be a natural and reasonable request to know how taxpayer dollars are being spent. The Head M clearly does not want to show how he is spending money. See the video of November the 1st, 2021. If financial matters are being honestly cared for, why would not the Head M want to show the bank statements? It appears the finances of council are being spent in a manner that the council may not wish to have the amounts of money known by the public. What is council hiding? All right-to-know law requests are being denied and no response is made by the agency's Open Records Officer, the AORO. The AORO is the Secretary and Treasurer without a bond. Council has never appointed officers with resolution by vote of council for several appointments. The Head M appoints unlawfully and someone just shows up and is asked to see the bond for the treasurer. One time before a secretary-treasurer was appointed, an individual was appointed without a bond. The result was criminal behavior was discovered for multiple thousands of dollars missing. The pseudo-secretary-treasurer did not appear at the November 1st, 2021 Coalport Borough Council meeting. Council did not appoint a substitute secretary for the official meeting. Is it a violation to conduct a meeting without a secretary? See the Commonwealth Borough Code. Appears if you believe the Head M's projections of self-importance is valid, many lawful practices are not being completed. In councils in the past, an official budget assignment was given to a budget committee for preparation to be voted upon in the October monthly Coalport Borough Council regular monthly meeting. Here it is. In November, no lawful budget. No committee has been preparing an official budget for the public to inspect. December is the deadline for an official Coalport Borough financial budget. Would council fail if the Head M was gone? The vice president, who has done nothing positive, states the council would not be doing anything without the Head M. He is right. Councilors like him would fail the borough, in the opinion of your video reporter. The former president stated in the council meeting when work needed done, and I asked for help, the vice president walked out the door doing nothing. Your video reporter believes there are not any indispensable people. There is no evidence of the work of the head M was done. Council is the only power of Coalport Borough. Councils in the past did many projects with success. And if you believe the head M, no one in the past and future has done as good as the head M. And if the head M has his way, no one will ever do anything positive for the borough outside of his work. The best way of proving your self-importance is to put down the work of past councilors. Listen to hear the head M tell you how important he is. Where is the proof when he denies right to know request to see evidence? Ask the head M to see the bond for the secretary treasurer. Ask the head M to see the bank statements due to the fact there has not been financial reports. And if the head M is doing so good, why would the head M ask to have a $10,000 line of credit? Show in the borough records where a council had a line of credit in past councils. No council in the past has requested $10,000 for a tax anticipation amount of monies to cover financial obligations. If the head M is so important and successful, why, in the first time in the history of the borough, has the head M requested a tax anticipation amount of money? Why is council not paying their bills when the council has voted to pay bills? Definition of a coup d'etat: a sudden, decisive exercise of force in politics, especially the violent overthrow or alteration of an existing government by a small group. Example, a military coup d'etat of the dictator. Is the head M a dictator when he does not comply with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Borough Code and makes decisions without vote of council of 5? The vice president, without vote of council, fired the borough secretary treasurer and threatened the sitting president and intimidated the president, demanding the elected president to resign that day or harm would be caused upon the sitting president. Deposition was created as evidence. Thank you for viewing the video prepared by Vision Press Production. Commentary by Vision Press Production. Thank you, and have a great night.
Yeah, I don't believe in that one.
Well, I think people should be inconvenienced a little bit. You should be able to make it to the polls. I'm with you. But they don't care what you and I think. So they make the rules. I just do it so I know how things work. What is it?
I don't know. Very seriously.
I guess. We have no idea what they are.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I was thinking of getting to try not to plug your camera here.
I think that clock's 5 minutes slow.
Yeah, it's
I got 6:58
Oh, you do?
yeah.
on my cell phone.
Geez, I was
6:58.
I was just joking around. That's good news then.
Yeah.
Have to move the thing up.
We don't even have this yet.
Yeah.
And this here, this is invalid somewhere. We haven't come across it yet.
It's been.
I almost got everybody.
Are we about 7 o'clock?
6:58. Try not to go.
I know you are. I saw.
My springer managed.
after a while. Again, 7 o'clock.
Okay, let's come to order. Thanks, Mike.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got out of step there. Oh, sorry. I'm out of it tonight. All right. I take it y'all had a chance to read the minutes, so I need a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Need a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, then the second one, we should have a line of credit. Probably every business should. I would like to deal with this because I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen to us next year, early in the year. We're down to about $26,000 right now. There's a bunch of big bills coming in, so it would be best if we dealt with this in advance of a problem. Now, I think we're going to be fine next year, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go down through here, but we just have to make it to the tax season. Do you guys need any more discussion? We brought this up before.
Do you think any grant
I would think so, is we'll have some money rolling in. And I'm going to just mention this right now. I heard from Rich, we're going to have a finance report tomorrow. He had some issues with his computer. I said, that's just fine. So we should meet, not this Wednesday, but a week from Wednesday, and we can do our budget and do all that stuff and see what we have there. Now, the thing I don't know, if he emails it to me, I assume it's done on QuickBooks. I don't know if my computer will be able to open that or yours, so we may have to open it here and make printouts. But anyway, it's been a long time, so it'd be good to get a finance report. We don't get a lot of good news, but there's a couple things in here. So anyway, any conversation, anything on the line of credit, to open a line of credit here. Nobody has problems with doing that, because we may need it. Okay, so I would need a motion then to open a $10,000 line of credit.
I'll make the motion that we open a $10,000 line of credit.
Need a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's actually all the motions we had. We were going to present a check for $3,500 to the fire company. Now they're not going to get it. Since they didn't show up, we're going to party it. Just kidding. So we'll leave that be and we'll just mail it out. Okay, then I better give a little bit of an update on paving here. Number one, you all wouldn't know this because this was just something Mike and Mary Sue and I pursued just to see how much it would cost to pave or fix the little bridge, repair the little bridge down there under the state guidelines. Well, one of the things we learned, we are not red flagged. I don't know why, and I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, but we are no longer red flagged. So we're eligible for grants. Again, I have no explanation for that at all, but that is good news.
Yes.
But just and now here's why we can't pursue this grant. They'll pay 70%, we had to match 30%, but it's well over $250,000. Just engineering fees alone from the state are $80,000, $175,000 to put the bridge in. But here's what I wanted to pay attention to. Now, if they put it in, the street has to be 18 feet wide. It's 14 feet now. To pave from Heverly Road to the first stop sign, which I forget what street that is.
Laurel.
It's not Laurel, is it? Is it Laurel?
No, I take that back. It
Yeah.
isn't Laurel.
I can't think of the one
And that's
before it, but
right.
anyway, you know where I mean. It's the
Yeah.
first stop sign. It's approximately, what, 470 feet or 450? 450 feet. With just the binder course at 18 feet wide, it's only $13,000. We'd be knocking a fourth of that off, it'd go down to $10,000. And this is something, when we started paving, we knew nothing about paving. We actually know something now. We asked every single guy on 2 crews questions. We took a poll on everything. And basically what they told us what we should do, they said, just use the binder course at 2 inches thick. He said it's thicker. He said they call it binder. The other one is wearing course because it wears. He said it may not look quite as pretty. And if you were out on Interstate 80, you'd have road noise. But here you don't go very fast anyway. So he's saying you could leverage your income, and we asked guys that had 30 years experience, younger guys. We just asked every single person on the crew. And they gave us specific examples. Since they were just doing St. Mary's, they said what St. Mary's does is for 5 years, they'll just do nothing but binder course. And then they can come back 5 years after that and they will do the wearing course. But they didn't seem to think there would be any issue, just use the binder course. So we could pave more than twice the length if we just go to that. Now, see, we learned some stuff here. We put a binder course, then we put a wearing course on top of it. And they're saying you could have leveraged your income. And another thing people don't understand is milling. You basically only do that when the street is too high, it's going to overflow the curb. So milling costs a lot of money. If you can avoid milling and you can avoid the wearing course, we could do a whole lot more roads. So those are the things that we learned right there.
We'd have to have, the defined course on the
No,
back roads,
no,
you know?
all it is one is 19 millimeters and the other is 9.5 millimeters. I believe I have the right. So it's just coarser. It's just thicker and it's more durable. And that's yes, yeah. Who cares? Right, but you're not supposed to be.
Streets, who cares?
Right, you shouldn't be going fast anyway, and there's stop signs everywhere. So anyway, it's something we may want to consider in the future because all of our streets are in really bad shape. They've been neglected for 30 years. We need to get as much done as we possibly can. That'd be my opinion. Something we can discuss that at some point. All right, then that takes us down. Do you want to, you're probably better equipped to do this, but if I'm just pushing something on you, on the ARPA funds, there are new uses of that money. Do you want to cover all the uses we know of right now where we can use that? I'm sorry to just dump that on you. Just kidding.
I'm not sure if I know all the details of it, but from what I'm hearing, we're allowed to use these funds for blighted properties now.
Have you seen that in writing yet?
I haven't been able to find where it specifically says.
All right, then I won't take anyone's word.
So,
all right.
So don't.
So I thought you wouldn't know that, would you, Diane? Just thought you're always a good source. So I always put you on the spot.
Sorry, I don't.
That's all right. But we do know we can use them for storm drains, cleanup day, and lost revenue. Now, if we had our audits done, I think we could show that we are bringing in far less revenue from earned income tax now as opposed to before COVID. Therefore, we would be allowed to take that money and put it into general revenue. I'd rather have it there because there's fewer restrictions in general revenue.
I did see that they recently updated a lot more of the stuff. It has a lot to do with like parks and different kind of recreational stuff, and there's all kinds of. They just keep putting stuff on top of it.
Okay,
It's like,
so it's just hard to keep up with
it's hard to
everything.
keep up with it.
We have enough now. We only have $50,000 roughly. All right, then I got some. It's very rarely around here that you get good news. Now tonight there's 3 pieces of good news. Usually this is like whack-a-mole here. You think you got something under control, and it's something about 3 other things pop up. So we found out we're no longer red flagged. We will be getting a finance report. And the third is, on Friday, I went to the IRS, and those meetings are only supposed to be 45 minutes. We went for 2 hours. Once this lady got into it, she was really, really helpful. And what that means, all of our problems have been solved prior to 2018. Everything's done. So now in 2018, I'm going to see if you remember this. Remember Mary Sue was having some issues about, she was sending in money but not the forms, and we were miscommunicating.
Mhm.
As I recall, she signed those forms, put them in an envelope, and she said, were you in the room? She said, there they are, they're in that envelope and they're signed. The IRS does not have them.
Okay.
So what we will have to do, we would have copies, however, and she said, just write duplicate because the signature's not going to be, the original. But anyway, we have, this means there's 5 quarters left that we have to fix. All of 2018, and we have them. We have those quarters, and I thought we sent them in. But we will send them in now. And the other one is the first quarter of this year, of 2021, and Rich can fix that. So we are going to solve this problem. Now, the only thing I don't know is if there'll be any penalties for this year, because we just solved the problems this year, but I do know it's not going to be as bad as what we've experienced before. So I feel pretty confident in saying we're going to beat this. Now, the other thing, I'm not sure who is helping us out here. We didn't do all of this on our own. Now, what I've learned, I've told you before, Senator Glenn Thompson has a crew that is helping us out. And what the IRS does, if you don't file these forms, eventually they will do the best they can with what information they have. So whoever has fixed all those years, I'm not exactly sure. And again, we didn't get into that because I had enough stuff to go over with this lady. So anyway, I view this as good news. A trifecta here. We've got some good news that I feel pretty confident we can beat this tax issue. And there's one other thing I want to do here. I want to thank a guy named Ben Rothwell for taking it upon himself to mow our grass here. Great guy. I've never met him, but nice thing for him to do.
Where's she from?
Don't know anything about him. I think he's affiliated with the museum. So I asked them who mowed the grass, or they told me.
Never heard the name.
No, I never have either, but thank you, Ben, because we need all the help we can get. All right, now what do we have here? Anybody else have anything?
Oh, I just want to bring up about the truck. It's
go
been
ahead, Mike.
repaired. It was a problem with the wiring harness on the diesel emission fuel, and it was all under warranty. They towed it in and repaired it, and we picked it up and brought it home. Last I know, it's been running fine.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, it didn't cost us anything. It was under warranty.
Okay.
What about the tow? Was that included with the tow? Do you know?
Yeah, the tow was included. It
Okay.
was all paid for.
Right,
Or, you know, it
thanks.
was warranty tow.
Okay, thanks.
Now, I suppose we should let the public know. I see, Jerry, you have a whole bunch of right-to-know requests again. I see you want, what do you want? You want to look at every bank statement for the year?
I had that request, and it was denied, never responded to. So far, none of the right-to-know requests have been responded
See, what
to.
you're doing is she's a volunteer working limited hours.
Mm-hmm.
When she's doing that for you, she's working for you and not for us.
Well, point somebody else.
Well, you can't, Jerry. Jerry, you've been doing this forever, and I contend that this is nothing more than harassment. Most people don't want to work
It's not
with you.
harassment. It's the
Well, it is the law.
law.
You, for a person like you, with your
For the
personality,
longest time,
you have the law on
you
your
admitted,
side.
if I may speak, you admitted that there's no financial report, and it's
Right,
been
that's right.
several months.
Several months, it's been years. The last time, Jerry, and you fought me tooth and nail on this, the last time that finance report was properly approved was December of 2018. Nothing after that was right. I tried saying that. I couldn't get anyone to back me. I eventually resigned. And you were the one telling us, oh, the bookkeeping is wonderful. Well, if the bookkeeping was so wonderful, why are we in this mess?
Let me see the bank statements. This is my request.
Well, I know it is, Jerry, but you do it to harass the borough.
It's
You've
not
been doing
harassment.
this
Anybody
all of
can
your-
ask
yes,
to see
anyone
them.
can, but nobody does but you. And I don't mind reasonable requests, but when you want to see every paving ticket, and then you want to see everything from streetscape that was, what, 12 years
No,
ago?
I asked specifically because
says for the
the requests are to be specific. And I've
Right.
asked to see the journal
Yes, but
of
you
the
know,
inspector.
Right, and you want Mary Sue to go through, you know what the file
Well,
is
show
right
me,
here better
just
than
give me,
anybody.
just bring the plastic box out here because I know it
We don't even know
exists.
where it's at. That's the problem. Like this file system, we only went through the stuff for the audits. Like everything else is a shambles.
Well,
We
it's
have nothing
all
filed
of
away because it was
PennDOT.
never filed properly. So
Pen-
that's what we
PennDOT
have to go through.
Well, you talked to the mayor because
That's fine,
we did
dandy,
look
but
at the
I'm just
box
saying,
and I looked at other
There's
things.
just tons of boxes of files that we
Yeah.
have not gone through.
I'm,
We were just
We
looking
never
for
will.
audits.
I'm not aware of that, but
Oh,
I,
come on.
I,
We were
I am,
aware of
I'm,
it because we took.
I am.
Excuse me, wait. We were talked about this a while ago
Okay.
on these meetings. If you would, we have said about the phone system.
Mhm.
It is a shambles, and it
Did a good
has.
job.
We got
Yeah.
boxes and folders and stuff like that. We have not gone through anything except for the audit stuff. So if that stuff is here, then we'll look for it, but it might take a while because
Well,
there's nobody up here to even
The
go through
mayor,
that stuff.
the mayor, and President Nevling and myself met in this office, and we looked through those. But I didn't see
There is nothing else in
the
there.
journal in there, and I'm requesting to see it now. And I
We'll
know it.
just
I
say
know
we
it.
don't
I
have
know
it.
it exists. PennDOT told me that all the records
seen the
were
journal.
sent back to the borough, so I know that it's
I
here.
haven't seen one.
I know it's here.
I mean, there's, like I said,
Yeah,
there's
there's no point in getting in. I don't want to get dragged into this
just,
quagmire.
I know, and there's, but I'm just saying about the phone system, and we all
I
know
know,
that.
we all
We don't
know,
have
and he
time to come
knows,
up and
right.
do all through that shit.
The
It would just
filing
be
system, they just
postponed
threw
or
stuff
whatever
in
it
totes. You know that. And they're huge. It's impossible. I mean, the amount of stuff we've already organized, I think, is
Well,
staggering.
that was just audit stuff. We
Right,
weren't looking
but-
for anything
But
else.
we went back to 2014 and brought that current and organized a lot of stuff at
haven't
tremendous
filed it
man
yet.
hours.
They're just in bins yet. We haven't even filed it
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much, the only other thing I have is to show up to vote, and I would want you to vote for John Shawley and write in Sean and LaDon Yingling in
Right.
the 4-year term. And the point of that is if somebody writes in my name and writes in a whole bunch of different people, yeah, Jerry will win. If you get Jerry on here, you will turn this into a circus. And as evidence, just go back in time and watch any of those videos. And you waste valuable energy just spinning your wheels and nothing will get done here. I've worked with you. You're a nightmare. You do not work well.
You
with
have a
people.
right to your opinion.
Yes, I do. And
I
that's what I've
disagree with
expressed.
it.
I'm sure you're
I
here.
disagree.
Listen, who are the people that want you on here? Do you know who they are? I know who they are. Do you? Do you know who the people are that are
Well, do you know
supporting
who wants you on here?
Yes, people that want to get something done. I
Yeah.
do know. They call me on the phone. When I'm here, stuff gets done.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
stuff.
We're lucky to have you. I've
Well,
said that a
thank
million
you.
times. If
Yes,
we didn't have
you
you,
did.
this place would be under, and that's the truth.
Well,
And these
It's already been
these
in
guys all
progress.
And
these two
these
and
people are
John,
battle
they worked their
tested.
ass off.
They've brought in a lot of money. They've brought in $140,000. They've put in their time. They've paved streets that have been neglected for decades.
Without raising taxes and
You know, taxes, they can't go much higher.
Right,
We're the
or
second
putting
highest
fireman
in the
company
county.
and everything else. So
Everywhere we looked, we found problems in 2018. Every single line item. We took almost $30,000 worth of cost out of this operation. Hadn't we done that, this place would not be running right now based on all the crap that happened here in the last 2 or 3 years.
So then you'll
1920.
be able to show me the bank statements.
Well, you'll be able to get a finance report as soon as we do. Now, here's...
I'm asking to see the bank
Well,
statements.
what we're doing, I can tell you what it is, but that won't satisfy you. I looked at that the other day. We're about $26,000. Now, I know you think I'm probably making stuff up or whatever.
Why don't you show?
I've showed you before, and that wouldn't stop you from still pestering her. You will find some most creative and bizarre thing you can, like paving tickets.
I don't have to tell you why.
No, but this nonsense has never yielded one thing, has it?
Just give me
anything?
permission to go to the bank, and I'll get the bank statements.
Yeah.
We won't do
Well,
it.
I don't know, we can do that, but anyway, that is all that
Yeah.
I have. Anybody else?
No, just vote for these three.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Is if you keep it the same, you'll get some stuff done here. It works. Why mess with it? It's good board.
Yeah.
I would then need a motion to anything else, Mike?
Pay the bills.
Yeah, pay the bills.
Oh,
I
I
just
almost
said he
got
beat me
that
to it.
by you, didn't I? All right. Need a motion to pay the bills.
I make a motion that we pay the bills, keep the borough running.
Need a second.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, then we would need a motion to adjourn, unless anybody has anything else.
Nope, I'll make a motion to adjourn for the night.
Need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 We are done.
We're done.
Well, that was real quick.
Short and sweet.
But we need to do a budget like now or last month,
Well, you
should
have till December 31st
Yes.
to adopt it.
Yes.
And boroughs only have to advertise theirs for 10 days.
Okay.
Not the 20 like the townships.
Okay, yeah, it's just a matter of, we're literally flying by the seat of our pants.
I
We're doing this
understand.
intuitively, and being as conservative as we possibly can. So,
you
yeah, so
still have
it's
time to get a budget.
yeah, so it's been an impossible situation to run a business without a finance report.
Yes, I
You
understand.
can't do it.
Understand. I just was clarifying.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah, so it'll just be a workshop where we will look at the numbers and take it from there, see what we can come up with.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
You have some windshield time, don't you? You put on a lot of miles in
Yeah,
the
I
course
do.
of the year.
I do.
How many miles would you put on?
I don't
Yes.
even know.
You don't
I
even
try
look.
not to calculate it all up.
Yeah,
It's
you're
too
wearing
scary.
your car out, huh?
Yes, exactly. That's what my husband always says. I don't know how you get so many miles on this car, but I do.
Oh, I can see why. You're just all over the county.
Yeah, but I don't really go anywhere.
Ah, right.
A lot of miles, but don't go anywhere.
Same places over and over.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's the same things.
So we'll just mail that check then,
Yeah, I'll just...
or
and
maybe
you and I
somebody could
should
drop it off
get all the
tomorrow.
stuff together we need for Wednesday when he shows up.
Was the fire company notified to come to the meeting tonight?
Yeah, they knew about this.
Yeah, so we'll just put it in the
They've been
mail.
busy.
As I say, they didn't have a call because I saw an ambulance going out of Coalport when I went in.
We know that we said the November meeting, so I knew they were aware. It just might have been a forgot thing.
Could be. Maybe nobody was available.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happens.
Could've been something like
It's
that.
okay by us.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll just.
we'll
put a stamp
penalize
on
them
it.
10% for not showing up.
there you go.
I gotta watch saying those things. People believe it. you know.
Exactly, I understand.
Yeah, the meeting's over, Paul, you're still being taped.